Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mrs. Fannie, and I live in Louisville, Mississippi. And you just don't have an idea what a pleasure this is for me. I'm very glad to be here to speak to you today. It's good. It's good to see people waking up to the fact something you should have been awakened years ago. Some people say that. Well, they say that I don't talk too good. The type of education you get in Mississippi, years to come you won't talk too good. The type of education that Negroes get in the state of Mississippi will make our minds so narrow, it won't coordinate with our big bodies. we know we got a long fight because the leaders like the preachers and the teachers, they are failing to stand up today. But we know some of the reason for that. This here brainwash education that the teachers have got, he knows that if he had to get a job as a janitor in this missile base that they'll be building, he'd probably turn some over and blow up the place. Because he wouldn't know what it was. Now y'all don't mind if I sit down for a minute, now do you? Now people will go different places and say, the Negroes, until the outside agitators come in, were satisfied. But I've been dissatisfied ever since I was 6 years old. I remember my mother has worked for $1 measly $1.25 a day. Now you couldn't say that was satisfaction. But to be truthful to you today, to be truthful to you, I first wished I was white. The reason I wished that was because they was the only people not doing nothing, but still had money and clothes. We was working year in and year out and couldn't go to school but 4 months out the year. Because 2 of the months we didn't have nothing. You see, the point is about this, and you can't deny it. Now, neither one of you here in this room, not Negroes, says we have prayed and we have hoped for God to bring about a change. And now, God sent Moses down to Egypt land to tell Pharaoh to let my people go. Because the man that heads the project here, his name is Moses, Bob Moses. And it sent Bob Moses down to Mississippi to tell all these hate groups to let my people go. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hill, and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hill, and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Who's that yonder dressed in red? Let my people go. It must be the children that Moses led. Let my people go. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go Who's that yonder dressed in black? Let my people go. We come to take our freedom back. Let my people go. Can y'all sing with me? Go tell the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell the mountain to let my people go. Let's sing it out one more time. Go tell the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell the mountain to let my people go. To let my people go. To let my people go. It was in 1962, the 31st of August, that 18 of us traveled to Indianola, Mississippi, to the county courthouse to try to register to become first-class citizens. See, we was trying to register to vote. When we got there, that was the day that I saw more policemen with guns that I had ever seen in my life at one time. They were standing around. I never will forget that day. And after everybody had completed their forms, and after we started back to Roosevelt, Mississippi, the bus driver was stopped by the highway patrolman and the policeman and was ordered back to come to Indianola, Mississippi. Now, when we got back to Indianola, the bus driver was charged with driving the bus the wrong color.
The wrong color.
Now, this is the gospel truth, but listen, this here bus have been used for years for cotton chopping, cotton picking, and to carry people to Florida to work in the wintertime to get back here to Mississippi to the cotton fields the next spring and summer. But that day, the bus had the wrong color. When we got back to Roosevelt, about 5 o'clock, Reverend Jeff's son had drove me out into the Rue area where I had been working as a timekeeper and a sharecropper. When I got there, I was already fired. My cheering man told me, said, Mama, said, this man is hot. He said that you will have to go down and withdraw, or you will have to leave. And during the time he was talking, it wasn't too long before my husband came and he said the same thing. I walked in the house. I sat down on the side of my little daughter's bed. Then this white man walked over and said, Pat, that's my husband's name. He said, Pat, did you tell Fannie Lou what I said? He said, yes, sir. And I walked out. He said, Fannie Lou, did Pat tell you what I said? I said, he did. He said, well, Fannie Lou said, you will have to go down and withdraw, or you will have to leave. And during the time he was talking, I addressed and told him, as we've always had to say, Mister, I didn't register for you. I was trying to register for myself. He said, we're not ready for that in Mississippi. He wasn't ready, but I had been ready a long time. I had to leave that same night. Now, on the 10th of September, in 1962, 16 bullets was fired into the home of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Tucker for me. And 2 girls were shot in Mr. Herman Sissons in Roosevelt. They also shot in Mr. Joe McDonald's house that same night. Now, the question I raise, is this America? The land of the free and the home of the brave? Where peoples are being murdered, lynched, and killed just because we want to register and vote? I woke up this morning with my mind set on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind and it was set on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind set on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind and it was stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind and it was stayed on freedom. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. And shall set almighty evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets which were before you. And that's why I believe today, tonight, if I have to die for this, then we shall overcome. We shall overcome means as much to me as amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Because if we shall overcome, and if grace saved a wretch like me, then we surely shall overcome. See, we don't have anything to be ashamed of here in Mississippi. Negroes don't have anything to be ashamed of. But see, we want the people to know, the people that hate so to know, that the cover has been pulled back off of you. And you don't have anywhere to hide. And we're on our way now. We're on our way and we won't turn around. I don't know today. I don't know today if I'll actually get back to Roosevelt. But all they can destroy is the Fannie Lou you meet today. It's the Fannie Lou God home will keep on living day after day. And every day of my life that I lie down before I go to sleep, I pray for these people that despitefully use me. And Christ said, the meek shall inherit the earth, and before one jot of his word would fail, that heaven and earth would pass away. And that's why I tell you today. That's why I tell you today that you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility, if you want to walk in Christ's footsteps and keep his commandments, to go down to the courthouse to try and register and vote. Not just to come here today to see what I look like, but to do something about the system here. We're not fighting these people because we hate them. But we are fighting these people because we love them. And we're the only thing can save them now. We want to save them from their hate and from everything that would be so bad against them. We want them to see the right way. And one day by standing up and going down to the courthouse, we can get people that's concerned about us. And one day, the little Negro boys and the little Negro girls won't be so afraid to walk out on the street because of so much hate that'll make the police jump out on the kids. We want people. We want people that's concerned about the people because we are human beings. Regardless of how they have mistreated us all these years, we always cared what was going on. And now the time has come for people to stand up and be women and men. We want ours and we want ours now. And I question sometimes actually, has any of these people that hate so read anything about the Constitution of the United States? In 1870, the 15th Amendment was added on to the Constitution that gave every man the right to vote for what he believed to be the right way. And now this is 1964, and they still trying to keep us away from the ballot. But we are determined today. We are determined that one day we will have the power of the ballot.
We're not fighting these people because we hate them. We're
We are making back history. So live out your dreams.